So let's get back to the problem we had with our web server. And that's that we don't want to crawl the web every time we start the web application. We want to crawl the web once, store it in a file, read that file, and then be able to start the server without needing to do any crawls. So what we'd like to do is move the actual crawling out of the server, replace this with something that just loads a file and turns that file into a web corpus object. So that means we need something that creates that file, and we're going to put that in the crawler module. So here's how we're going to modify our code. This is the crawler.py module, and we're going to add to it. So when we run it from the command line, when we run it as the main, and this is one way to test for that, if the name, this is a built-in defined by Python, is equal to main, that means we ran this code directly. What we want to do is do the crawl and write the corpus to a file. That'll be a file that we can load in the server to create the web corpus object. We could do this ourselves. We could add a method to web corpus that would output the object in a way that could be stored in a file, just using the file write operations that we've seen. And we could have another method that would read it. This would be quite a bit of work. We'd have to walk the entire structure to store it. There's actually an easier way to do that that's built into Python. And the way to do it is called pickling. This is one of my favorite modules built into Python. What the pickle module allows us to do is take any object, actually almost any object, we won't get into the ones that it doesn't work on, pickle it, and we can do that by using pickle.dump that takes in an object and a file. This will store the object in a file. We can store that on disk. We could mail that around. We could do anything we want with it. Then when we want to get the object back, we can do pickle.load, passing in the file, and magically we'll get back essentially the same object that we started with. If this file was created by someone you don't trust, well, they could create a file so when you unpickle it, you get an object back that does things you don't like. It could potentially run any arbitrary code. So only use this with files you trust. In this case, we're going to create the file ourselves and hope that no one else modifies it and use it in our search engine. So we're going to do this in two quizzes. The first where you'll dump the file and the second where you do the load.